Hey guys, here Mike from CrossFit Thornbeck trying to go over our workout for the running workout. So if you want to run a 5K, we have a 5K training program. It's going to be 4 weeks long, and we're going to go through each week. We'll have 3 different runs. It'll have a sprint workout, start off an interval or a long interval workout, and then a long run day. Usually the sprint workout will be done Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday. The long interval should be something like probably Wednesday, Thursday, and/or Friday, and then our long runs either on Saturday or Sunday. But you can adjust that schedule based on your own needs. All right, so this week our first workout is a 100-meter sprint workout. So it's set up as an EMOM. Every minute on the minute, you'll run 100 meters. It's probably about 2 to 3 houses or 2 houses down and back, not too far. Every minute on the minute. I have wrote in there 10 to 20 reps. So for the beginners, I want you to do it 10 times, and I want you to run it at probably like 80-85%, not a full out sprint. For our more advanced runners, we can run that a little bit faster, pushing a little harder if our legs are ready for it, as well as push the number up towards that 20 mark. Okay, should be a pretty good workout. Make sure before we do any kind of sprint work, we definitely need to really put in a good warm up. So I'm going to go through some movements for a warm up, but I also want you to make sure you go for like a good 5-minute jog after doing the warm up before you start kind of dipping into that sprint work type stuff. On the long intervals, the same is going to apply. You got to make sure that you're warmed up before you do these intervals. Intervals should be run, the long intervals going to be run pretty hard, but not killer. All right, and usually I'll write in the notes what I'm looking for today. We're going to have, or this week, we're going to have 800-meter repeats with 2 to 3 minutes of rest, about 1-to-1 ratio. Maybe a little less rest than work. If you need to kick that rest up to be consistent, then I'd rather you do that. Kick up that rest a little bit longer, maybe make even 4 minutes or 5 minutes, depending on how long it takes you to run that half a mile, to make sure that you're recovered, and we can run each one of these with very, very close times to the one before it. All right, so we should be going out on them probably around 70% effort and be able to hold that for the 800 meters. The ones people that are more proficient at running, you probably can run these pretty hard. You might be able to hit 80-85% effort right off the bat and hold that for all 3 of the intervals for all 800 meters. Right, that's half a mile. Okay. Our last one is a 15 to 20 minute jog. I want you to go out nice easy pace, maybe 60%, run 15 to 20 minutes, just make a big loop around your neighborhood, a couple of laps around your block. Doesn't really matter. We're going more for time than we are for distance. Find a nice comfortable pace. If you got a friend, bring a friend along with you, make it a little bit more enjoyable. Should be running this at a pace, conversational pace, something where you might be slightly out of breath while running, but not completely out of breath. All right. So for our warm-up, each day I want you to make sure you go through some dynamic warm-ups. I'm going to go through a lot of the typical stuff we do on running days at the gym as our warm-up, and then you can use this each time if you like. If not, adapt it to what works for you. First one, we always start off with a nice leg swings. All right, so just going to swing back and forth, probably 10 reps or so each way. Make sure you do each leg. All right, you can go hold on to a tree or something to help you with the balance. We also want to work on that side swing, kind of opening up that hip a little bit. All right. After those, some nice big arm circles. Just open up these arms a little bit. I know you guys don't think running arms are a huge part of it, but posture and arms are a big part of our running. So when we're running, we want good posture, shoulders back, and nice little arm swing. All right. After those, we're going to work on some toy shoulders. Just kick that leg up nice and high. 10 reps of those. All right, we usually do it walking. You're totally free to do all that walking. We also then go into the bird peckers. Lean over, kick that other leg up behind you. Okay, 10 of those guys. Next, we got some hurdle steps. So I want you to step over a hurdle. All right, 10 times over the hurdle one way, 10 times over the hurdle coming back the other way. Help loosen up these hips. Hip flexors both going in and out. All right, think of them as hip circles. We usually just kind of pretend we're walking over the hurdles down the gym and back. So 10 of those guys. All right. After that, we can start to move to a little bit more dynamic stuff. We want actually before that, let's do some nice good Samson stretches. Open up those hips. 10 of those guys. Get a nice little stretch in there. We got some quad pulls, 10 quad pulls, 10 figure fours. Okay, opening up those hips a little bit, and that should help us out a little bit. Then we will start moving into the more of the dynamic stuff. We have our high knees. All right, you can go down and back, maybe 30 feet down, 30 feet back, or 50 feet down, 50 feet back, something like that. Some butt kickers. Can work on your karaoke drill. All right, it's that dance across your screen. We also have our nice little quick steps. Okay, maybe get like 50 meters of that would be awesome. And then go for a nice little easy jog, maybe 5-10 minutes, something like that. Run around your block, something nice and easy. Keep that pace slow. Start to pick it up as you're going, just to make sure we warm up the ankles, knees, all that stuff. When you come back, I want you to stretch a little. All right, especially if you're going to be doing some of this sprint work. So spend a couple of minutes working on a nice little hamstring stretch. I like to throw the leg up on something, get a little stretch in there. A nice little quad stretch. We can do that hurdler stretch. That'll be a real good one. So let me just move my camera a little lower so you can see me. All right, nice little hurdler stretch. Just kind of sit down in here, coming in there, cross. All right, we can also stretch the quad while we're over here, laying down. Some of those will be real super helpful in loosening that up. And don't forget our calves. So we'll can even do it laying down here, get a nice little calf stretch in there. But if not, throw it up on the curb somewhere. I don't have anything close enough for you. All right, but that will be our warm-up for the running. If you have any questions on them, shoot me a message. I'll answer it. It's a beautiful day. Go out for a run. Have a great day, guys.